All right. I think I am back, and it's still probably unstable. Yeah, solar sales. Monopolies are common. Yeah, the monopolies are very common in every field. I hope this is at least more stable. I have to talk to my company about the VPN, and I'm going to have to call uh, T-Mobile. So, worst comes to worst, I try and get another internet provider pretty shortly. So, sorry about all the hassle, y'all. Hopefully this works, especially because I had some new subscribers and I couldn't even do it. So, all right, let's see. So, we're going to try this. Manager, director, lead, or senior, or let's say researcher. Let's try that one. All right, thank you, Buggy. I reset my router. I hope that fixed it. So, we're going to try this Boolean. Oh, that might have been the issue. All right, cool. Yeah, I just reset it, but I don't want to have to keep doing this every darn stream. Well, our Boolean is busted, so something is wrong with the Boolean, and that it's only getting a bursar? I don't know what this is. All right, managing director. Let's see where this is going. Okay, let's cancel out this. So instead of that, we're doing that, and we're make sure manager, director, leader, researcher, UX, UR. Okay. So, all right. What are other senior level names? Is my internet still working? Let's make sure that's the issue. So try something is broken in the Boolean, and that we're only getting one. I don't know, but this is interesting because what is broken about it? We have digital prep. There it is. Forgot a quotation mark. Going through, UX or mixed reality. Okay, that might have been it. I forgot a quotation mark. So let's try this. There we go. That is the power of a quotation mark. It went from I got $5 on a mismatch. It was close. Awesome. But yeah, that's the power of the Boolean. So one single quotation mark throws the whole thing apart. All right, so this is closer, but we still need to do it more digital. I'm gonna take out, let's see, UX because I think that's too broad for this. Because let's try this. Programmers know the feeling. Yeah, they do. It's like, oh, I have one wrong quote, comma, whole thing breaks. Yep, there it is. So UX was literally 1,600 of them. So how are they doing this is the question. So they are essentially saying these types of technologies must have experience in this state. So cutting edge AR, VR, MR. What happens if we just put a AR, VR, MR? I mean, that's actually much better. Yeah, that actually works way better. Okay. Can you give me another job description, Og? I just want to make sure I'm able to do this. Because this is a little vague on some of the stuff, but these are management things. And based on your resume, which, again, I think you don't need these little things. I think you could just... Here, I would rephrase this at... First off, this is all in the current tense. You want to make it in the past tense. So actually, yeah, developing, so you would change this to developed workflows for future directed, coordinated, ideations, and builded. All right, building, builded. What is the past tense for building? Built. Oh my gosh, built. All right, built environments. Developed. Oh boy. All right, developed. There we go. Workflows. So, yep, built. I built 100%. Brain died on me there. All right, so You can have this like this. You don't need these extra little ones, right? We do want to say created wireframes and interfaces. So XR prototypes. That's an interesting one. We could use. So let's say XR prototypes. Let's see how many we even get here if we just put XR prototypes. None. Okay, so let's do XR. Okay, cool. Yeah, no, it was on me, to be clear. My internet was breaking. So, um, okay, these are closer to what you are looking for. So, software development manager, mixed reality, AR, VR, XR. So, what is there a specific tool that they use? Managing a team. No. Okay, so this might be the weirdest Boolean, and I want to actually go back to the basics possibly. Is maybe we just put hold on, AR slash VR slash XR. Let's see. So we're doing XR or XR VR, or what are they calling this? Human factors, I think is another name for it or something. Field service technician. I need to find this keyword because I'm not finding it. Let me know if you have another job description or two because I need more. I need more for this because this is a very tough one, and this is an emerging field that these are very close to other positions. So, like this would probably be something you would be looking for. But like SQL, AWS, those are in all the other ones. So an interest in AR, VR, and VR. Like it primarily is, and Autodesk XR. Autodesk XR. Let's see what that is. Extended reality. What is XR? Autodesk. Da, 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 da. But what is specifically Autodesk? What if we just do this? Okay, so they're just referring to that as Autodesk. And then if we do just XR, we get 28, right? These are only remote roles. So we can't really search for XR, but it does give us the things that are related. So it goes what's VL? Hey there, we've been trying to reach you about your extended car warranty. Oh, I hate those. Yo, guys, keep the good work. I got it today as a bookkeeper and tax prepper using Gunther's resume reviews. Woo! I am glad I'm getting people positions. I knew it would take about 3 to 4 weeks, and that is about the mark. I am happy. So, yay! Here you go. I appreciate it. Here's a big thumbs up if there we go, and then there's spam in the chat. So I'm glad. Once my biggest struggle with this is actually just getting my internet to work. So I am glad that you are able to do that. So lead technical artist, ARVR. It's just those. XR Anchorage, medical systems. Autodesk is not it. If we do VR, what was VL? Virtual. No, there's only one of them. All right, so we are going for XR, human XR, This is a tough one. I really like how difficult this is. Og. I wish I was more awake, but our kit. There we go. This is good. But you are also trying to be a, let's see, ARKit, and let's do, or virtual reality. Yeah, this is a tough one. All right. Well, I do not like admitting defeat, but maybe I need another brain, and we can do this on the next stream when I hopefully have gotten some sleep. But it looks like your best bet would probably be this. Let's see, extended, augmented, virtual reality, XR, or mixed reality. And then go here. Let's see, these are only remote roles because it's actually more if you don't do remote. So 44. Let's see, engineering director. This is probably closer to what you are looking for, um, because this is manager. So yeah, Admiral time. I think this is a basic Boolean that should get you through. It's not great because it's only 44, but it is. You're gonna have to use probably multiple ones, but at least this is hitting some of them, right? So XR manager, and I don't want to put in too many things. So I think you may need to essentially just start adding to this a little bit, og. So right now, and I'm just gonna always have this on another page. This is why. So I'm just gonna extend this so that y'all can see it. So this is way better. Okay, good, good. It did help. All right, so what you may want to do is start tweaking it a little bit. So, let's say you see a job description, it has a tool that you are looking for, but it's not in your, like, it's a VR one or whatever. Then just put or and then the name. You only put quotations if there is two of them in it. So, and then you can just start adding to this and seeing, right? So I can show you a live example. So I'm just going to put, what would it be? We have augmented reality, extended reality, virtual reality, mixed reality. My issue was way too many dev roles. Yeah, that might be part of the issue. So if you wanted to if you find one that has a lot of virtual reality stuff, but not management, what you want to do is instead of or is you want to do an and then just start in a thing, do title. So like manager or senior or director or lead, and then close brackets and start expanding on that. But we're going to have more than, because again, this is 44 results in the past week that are remote. If you don't take remote, it's 181, but that's still not a ton. So, let's see. So you're probably looking for director without a lead. So yeah, I would slowly start adding to basically both parts. When you find a title that you like, add it here. And then when you find a tool that adds more to it, add it here. So, and then start slowly tweaking it. Oh, you did say no senior. Sorry. So let's end in the senior. But in the meantime, it's actually funny. The resume that I'm going to try to work on for the next week or the week after is potentially better for management stuff, is what I've been told. So I am interested to play around with that. I'm going to try to do it this weekend and then see the results of that. So I don't like this one works, but I would like also two options. So, but I think truthfully, you shouldn't have this as one page like this. Like, well, let's see. This is fine. This is okay, but like I don't know. I think you'd have a little more bullets. Move it down a little bit, and then we definitely need to see if you've done any CRM, right? Because if you're applying for manager roles, like let's go back to here, senior product manager, right? Like they are looking for AR technology. They're gonna look for stuff that you've managed, and I don't really see, like, it says you're responsible. I think actually the biggest thing is I don't see management here, and I believe you have it because you have creative team lead and a fellow, but like. I'll be honest, I don't know what fellow means in this. Companies change their nomenclature all the time. And I'm assuming fellow is like above senior or a senior. So you don't need to like change the title, but like we need to describe what this is or your management experience. Because I'm not, especially if it's management, right? Like I see the virtual reality. I don't really see, this part I see, but translate product strategies into OKRs. I don't know what that is. Lead the evaluation. Like I need to see more leadership from this, because I'm seeing the tech, which is good, right? We want the tech, but I don't fully see the leading. I know this is kind of like it, but this just says you were responsible for communicating between, and that kind of reads more like less a manager to me and more like someone that is like the. Uh, it doesn't really read manager, right? So, what are some good examples of bullets? So, first off, I'm noticing here is you say responsible for communicating. Maybe it's for the communication, but how many people did you lead, right? How many direct reports? Direct reports is good, or indirect reports is fine. And do you know what the difference between direct reports and indirect report is? Is my first question. Let's see. But let's see. Program manager. Let's see. Understanding. SW solution software. I'm assuming that stands for managed X people and increased team performance by X. Yeah, I mean that's really good. Like, you know, if you let's give this ad a break. No, snooze the ads. All right, uh, ads are snoozed. Cool. So like right here, smart technology, business experience, communication, conduct themselves professionally. I don't. So let me say how this I think should be. So like managed a team or led a team of 11 direct reports and 11 indirect reports and 2 direct reports uh, in a interdisciplinary environment where we created X so that our Y could use it. And this doesn't have to be a brag. I like inept sanctuary is bragging, which is good, but like this reads like you were kind of a lead, but you didn't really do a lot. I want to see that like how many PM learning role started coordinator. See here's it moved into managing a team of 4 within a larger project of 10. I don't see that here. That would help. Like I'm assuming it's like I actually don't know where this is, but like that's a good bullet, right? I would rephrase it a little bit. So like you said, coordinator moved into like I would say managed a team of 4. Uh, if they're direct reports, put direct reports. 4 direct reports in a larger what was it? What was this thing you said? Interdisciplinary, interdisciplinary. In a larger interdisciplinary whatever let's see group that yeah look I don't like the phrase fake it till you make it, but like doubting yourself is healthy, but don't let it stop you from showing what you are, right? And don't lie, right? Like look, the key thing is don't put anything on your resume that you're not comfortable talking about in an interview, right? That's the key thing is as long as you can talk about it, that's good. And you don't want to overinflate what you did, but you do need to show what you did. And that's a fine line between bragging and exaggerating and actually showing the what you did. And managed a team of 4 direct reports, and I'm just going back and forth through in a larger interdisciplinary group team, and then you put X, Y, and Z. That I'm assuming sort of between. Oh, okay. Here, direct reports in a larger stakeholder interdisciplinary team, and then you can put this right here. Lidar Unreal photographically. I'm not. Oh, IT. Find a quantifiable way to measure your success. How I combat imposter syndrome. Every time I reach that goal, it inflates my subconscious ego, increases confidence. Look, I want to also speak about this. Is like, look, people can do a bad job. That happens, but like, companies don't always need the best. This is going to sound very counterproductive, but I have seen people that were highly skilled get not chosen because they did not work as well. Like, your skills are going to be determined by the company. If they hired you, there's a reason. Now, they can always make mistakes, yes, but, most of the time, you will know if you utterly failed a position, right? Like, typically, they will tell you with, like, your metrics are X and Y, you didn't make them, or whatever. and that's not counting the fact of when people like managers try to sneakily fire people to not collect unemployment. Big difference. But like, look, you've been doing the job for like 6 months. You're good. Typically, they'll fire people within 3 to 6 months. Uh, Reported to a client. Okay, can you tell the? Don't tell me in the chat, but can you tell the client? Because like, I managed a team before. Also, I'm not sure if this is the right area because I don't know if you did it as the fellow or this. But like, look, like managed a team before direct reports in uh, to let's see, complete the project a XYZ on time for our client major airline, right? Like that's just I don't know if the other stuff is there, but like boom, right? Because the first bullet should be a description. And that's the description. And then you can start adding the bullets of what you did with that. So like manage a team of 4 direct reports to complete the project, which and then say what that project is, or alternatively just say the XYZ project, however you want to phrase that, on time, and within budget. If you did it on time and within budget, say that for our client, for X whatever who is our major client, which is a major airlines, unless it's Spirit. I'm kidding. It's just fun to make fun of Spirit Airlines. So crisis leadership was context subject matter. Yeah, that's there we go. Like I think your mind is starting to turn. So if anybody else has any other resumes they want me to do, otherwise keep talking with Og. But because the only one that I have in today is Og. I think there was another person, but I think they might have gotten lost because of my bad interview thing. But Buggy, if you want to put in yours, I can do it. Yeah, on time and within budget. There we go. The first bullet needs to be a descriptor that you could describe it to someone that just graduated high school. That's the goal. Because the recruiter is going to look at it and be like, because right now, and I don't know, here's the thing, I don't even know which one this goes in. They're all bad. Unrelated question, is Aegon an MLM? I don't know enough. I'm sure someone else in the chat could probably do it, but is Western Mutual an MLM? I think it's just a commission-based stress company, but okay, yeah, I don't know if that counts as an MLM, but because MLM is a little bit different. I mean, weirdly enough, technically recruiting can count as an MLM. It depends on when it stops, like, because a recruit like okay. Because, like, how an MLM is, right? Like, you've got one person, and then they get one other person down here, and then those people get more people. But, like, if it's just this, and then you get one here, one here, one here, one here, that's just a commission-based role that's not... Northwestern requires you to share your friend contacts with them as sources to make money. Okay, I'm going to be very pedantic here. That sounds very scummy. But I don't know if that's MLM. MLM is sort of specific in how they operate because it's. Is it scummy? Yes. Is it a job you probably don't want? Also, yes. I just don't know, and this is very pedantic of me, but I don't know if I would really qualify that as an MLM because that's a multi-level marketing scheme, and the way the money flows, or lack thereof, is the primary descriptor of it. And I do know that because when I was a wee child... Oh, that's the issue, Buggy. When I was a wee child, my mother enrolled me in a bunch of those. So I have first-hand experience with those. But it depends on where the downline stops. In fact, if you have a downline, it's usually a scam. But, like, if it's a bunch of people reporting to a manager and the manager gets the commission, that's not an MLM. It's if those people also have 4 people that also have 4 people. That's when it's an MLM. That's okay. Smoking that Rester reputation pack. All right. Your mom, yes. My mother enrolled me in multiple of them, so I sold them as a young teenager. when I was like 19. And then I saw how much it hurt and how much money my friends who joined lost. And that was when I realized I could never be in sales. Uh, so I did it once, hurt people, and never wanted to do it again. And then I sort of started to recognize what is a legit position and what is not. That's a that's a that's a that's a different talk for another time. So yeah, I did that as a teenager. I think I did it before I was 20. So and then I would help her with a bunch of her MLM stuff, and then at a certain point, I'm like, oh, this is bad. This is not good. MLMs are horrible and they hurt people. And nope. So I believe the hype, and now I never did. So sorry to all my friends. But yeah, MLMs are bad. Um, very, very bad. And I got pretty good at determining some of those schemes because I was involved in them based on that. But yes. Back to the resume. So, Og, like, I here's my issue with this, and I think this is sort of the clear thing. Is first off, all your experience is in the very top, right? But this is about 2 years of experience, right? This is solid. This is a solid 2 years experience, which especially in a niche field as this is really good. I think you maybe want to put this in as a small one as well. Um, let's see, and then you know what, Omni, me as well. How are the metrics verified, and how do you mention them over the course of a no longer employment period? For example, over the course of your employment, you managed X, but at one point it was Y. Um, Here's the part where you can do it. Here's the thing. Don't say like you could say like averaged, but you could just say managed the largest. And if they ask and you said yes, I managed 11 people at the largest, which was for 6 months, and then it was off and on about that. But then the other half of the time it was seven. Just make sure you're comfortable speaking about it. Yeah, like average, I don't even know if you really need to, because you did manage them. It just make sure you're not giving the impression that you oversold it, right? Like if you managed 11 people for 1 week and then the rest of it you managed like two, that's different, right? There's not going to be a hard and fast rule for this, but like make sure you put an amount that you're comfortable describing. Like if you managed the peak of that for 3 months, that's good. I think that's solid. Like, yeah, you didn't do it for the whole year, but 3 months solid and under budget on time is good. But like, if it was only for 1 week and then half the team quit, I wouldn't mention it like that. So it's gonna vary based on that. But my Og, back to you. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. I I need those kind of things, like how many you manage. And again, I think you're doing a disservice to yourself by only having one page. I don't think it needs to be like three, but like, look, you could have a little bit more here, a little bit more here, with your management and your IT stuff, and then the operation service IT administrator. That's fine. I wouldn't maybe. I don't know if you need to do too much. Maybe just three quick bullets, but and then let's see. You didn't graduate this, yes, yet. So you could say graduating December, but like. Actually, did you graduate? Do you know if you graduated? Um, Step one, become a manager. Step two, fire everyone. Step four, profit. Is that Elon Musk? Because I think that's Elon Musk's game plan, Inept. Typically, if you fire everybody, no. And if they were individual contractors or a vendor, I would say you do want about three bullets for each minimum, right? Minimum three bullets. That was my mistake last time. It's minimum three, not maximum, minimum three. Um, but so yeah, I mean, look, like this is solid, right? 2 years here. This was only for like, no, this is like 8 months. This is solid. It's a Twitter masterclass. So yeah, you could do. I mean, look, I think you could do 5 bullets for this. Five bullets for this, maybe six, because we need to see your management, right? I see the skills, but I don't. Okay, well, I meant like, have you already graduated, but you're not getting your degree until December, or like, is there still a chance that you are going to fail? I don't mean that you will, but I mean like, I want to be, I don't want you to overinflate and they're like, oh, X, Y. So If you've already completed it and that's just when you walk, that's different. Or you've already made enough to basically do it, or you could just put graduating in December 2024. Um, because that at least shows that it's, you're getting your masters, you've almost done. Because like this is not like you just started it. Masters can take, I mean, I guess you could do it in a year if you're crazy, but masters can take like 2 years. No chance. I need to recruit and have something by January, or would love to. Okay, well, I would say then, like, look, let's see. Yeah, we need to make this bigger. Like, we need more bullets, and I want these right here. I want them up here. And this is a case where I actually think you should put this up here. So, normally I wouldn't do this, but you are going to probably graduate, right? So, I would put graduating December 2024 or whatever, or expected graduation December 2024 because you're in the very end of it, up at the top. And then also this information. Honors is nice, but I don't know if studied in Prague, CZ, and Sydney is needed, but this is good, so I would put it up top. And the reason I am doing this here is because these types of people want somebody who is a subject matter expert, and the fact that you have just graduated with a degree in this of both human-computer interaction, which is also, now that I think about it, probably a good Boolean we could use. Maybe I just want to see how many I get from that. So you're going to want to put that there. So I have done a lot on this also because of the IT stuff. But if you want to come back Thursday, I'll review it again. I just want to see. Let's see. We have your Boolean. Let's see what this happens, right? Let's just see human-computer interaction. Nothing. All right. That's fine. All right. So we're going to the next one, which is Buggy. Is Buggy a One Piece reference, by the way? Like Buggy the Clown, or is that a separate one? I feel like I've asked this. My memory is like a goldfish that got hit in the head. So nope, do not just delete all that information, Gunther. All right, interview. Cool, no worries. Good luck, Og. And honestly, I'm trying to once I get that other one out, I want to try it. So it's actually flow to Buggy Code. Okay, so it's both less and more geeky than I had assumed. So all at the same time. That's awesome. All right. So let's do this. Do. Make a copy so people don't get doxxed. Delete all the previous resumes because I don't use them. Oh, you know what? Actually, it looks like there's an ad in about 3 minutes. I'm just going to put it now while I get this ready. I'm okay on One Piece. Not my favorite. So, all right. Ad real quick while I get this stuff ready. And then I guess we're talking about anime until then. One Piece is okay. I think it takes too long to get into it, truthfully. It's... Nope. Don't delete that, Gunther. But, yeah, I don't know. It's okay. I like it. It's not bad. But I like Jujutsu Kaisen. I think that's much better, much cooler. There's also Demon Slayer's pretty good, but that's... Nah. What's the other one? There's another demon one. It's Jujutsu Kaisen. And, nope. I blanked on it. So, whatever. Yes. Oh, God, that's going to bug me. There's Jujutsu Kaisen and another one that I did like, and I don't remember the other one. Helk is good. Helk is good. Base Jujutsu Kaisen. I would say Demon Slayer is. I think you don't read it for the story, right? You read it for the action, and I think it does that well. If you want good action, you go Demon Slayer because those are gorgeous fight scenes. But like story wise, yeah, it's not great. Story wise, it's like okay, mid. I'm gonna say mid. It's got me sometimes. It doesn't do anything new. Let's see. Web developer stage projects, but the project technology. Okay, cool. Also, Buggy for the Buggy code. This looks like everything is good. And here we go to the next one. And what time is it? All right. If I don't finish this time, I'll get you on the next time you're in stream. So, is it possible to have access to the GDocs you created? I lost that chat history. The Google Docs. I actually think I need to do that. I need to like what part, like the booleans or the because this was the let me give you the boolean at least. Like sometimes I don't actually write the resume stuff on the other side. I just do this. uh, till when is stream today? There we go. Stream is ending in about 40 minutes. Uh, I tried doing 3 hours, and I don't think I'm able to do that at the time with able to keep up with stuff. So that and work. Okay, and phrasing for bullets. I will post this on my YouTube channel real quick, so you can go through there if you want it. But I didn't actually do this on another page, so I guess if you're not able to keep notes, I will post this tonight or tomorrow so that you can do this. Oh yeah, go for the career fair, and then I'm gonna go to Buggy, mainly because there's not a lot of stuff. Hey, tactical. There's not a lot of stuff I can really do on some of these without messing up the format and creating more work. So it's really more of like a edit along, and I'm sure there's a better way to do that. I'm just not quite sure what that is yet. So yeah, the streams are going to be here. As long as I don't dox people. So far, this is a canon stream. I will upload it tonight or tomorrow. And yeah, so how long should my intro pitch be? I want to help you out on career fairs, but I mean the truth is I haven't done them. I want to. I wanted to do them, but they got canceled, so I've never actually gotten a chance to do that. I think the important thing is just they've probably flooded, so you want to leave a nice impression. Pretty nice. Like, I'm hesitant to give too much on this one because, again, I haven't physically done career ones. Dox counter for the past 4 streams is 0. No, actually, there was 2 quick doxes that happened on another 2 streams. So there's only 1, I think, that we've been able to do. So, all right, let's see. So, let's see. So you are looking for, let's go here. Yeah, I guess my issue is because I haven't done that, is I don't want to give you bad advice, but I would say pretend it's an interview. You want to be impressionable, but pretend it's like a date, right? You want to be about nicely dressed, but you don't have to be like super crazy. Business casual, but look nice. And then talk to them about your pitch, but probably you're gonna have to apply online. So I would just start asking them some questions, but just what is it like working at X company, or what's the promotional path, and where do you what would my first day be? Is just be personable. So I also like to know your opinion on leaving out my Navy experience. Part of me wonder if that ages me. I have actually, I think, only seen one person ever be aged in my entire recruiting career, and that was by somebody who I'm not a huge fan of as a person, because I've seen what they've done, and but I think Navy is good because that can sometimes help. So I would say closed-toed shoes, but not in between sneakers and dress shoes, right? Like nice walking shoes. So, and then I'll get to, nice shoes, business casual. Okay, not this one. Not that one. Nice shoes, business, cute shoes, men. All right, well, I mean, you could wear heel, but this, right? This is good. These are good. These are solid shoes. So, for this. Just business casual, right? This is not casual. This is not formal. This is business casual. Now, saying that, you are in finance, and they're a little bit more old school, but if you show up nicely dressed and you make a nice impression, they may push you forward, but that could help. But I'm not too much on that one. So, all right, let's go back to this. So, you have applied to, depends on the posted, between 20 and 40. Okay. And then you are looking for remote. So yeah, this is why. let's see, but work. Okay, so this is probably the issue. Is A, it's remote. This is tough. So you were looking for a senior engineer, software engineer, backend data engineer, but you're looking to pivot to a Python central role ideally, but that's not limiting my factors. You are not. So you're looking for a non-lead role, but like a senior position. Uh, I was talking about business use, and also Buggy. I would leave it in. Let me see where you put it. Navy, yeah, I think this is solid. But again, you've been working for, like, let's just say, let's like not even including the Navy, right? Like that's 8 years. You do not want a one-page resume. I would not, I would not do a one-page resume. Uh, yeah, no, it does. Like, you're gonna have to need some comfortable. But my end goal is machine learning. Okay, well, I mean, maybe, but like, you could just do machine learning. Um, and it looks like, I mean, look, this is a solid stuff. Okay, so migrated an on-premise application to AW. What was the previous application? So like, let's say yeah, like I think you may be limiting yourself with a one page, but also I don't know if you need the projects because you've already got 8 years experience, not counting the Navy. Uh, Nice, Buggy. Uh, yeah, everyone recommends one page, and it's like, look, you want to make sure that this part is eye catching, but like you can still do a two pager. Like for some people, you do want one page, like you just graduate. But I hate this one page only. And you'll probably like there are situations where a one pager is good, but this is all right. So first off, I think this can be 2 pages. Second off, migrated an on-premise application to AWS, resulting in a system uptime. I mean, that's solid. I don't know if a non-recruiter is just PHP, so I try to add some other language. Okay. Let's see. Built an application, REST community library. So first off, this isn't a bad resume. I think this is solid. But if you are looking for, but let's get you stuff you want. So you are looking primarily for Python, but you're also looking to pivot into machine learning, or machine. What are some other names for machine learning? That's its AI, right? That was it. It's machine learning, or AI, or let's say artificial. Two pager is fine for the fair. I mean, if it's a fair, yeah, but like, so here's the thing. I haven't been to the fair, Omni. I'm pretty sure they're gonna tell you to apply online. But yeah, a two pager might be okay for the fair. I think ML infrastructure been a good one too. Okay, NLP, right? NLP. I actually had a role for that. That took very long time. Artificial. You know, it's actually funny. In my previous company, if they still had this position, probably would have been a fit, but they canceled it. So artificial intelligence, which is ironic because I can't spell intelligence. Uh, Artificial intelligence or NLP or was it neuro language processing? I think it was neuro language processing. Oh, in that case, yeah, 1 or 2 pages should be fine for the fair. I think that's okay. I mean, I would do one page because I don't think you're going to be able to staple all that stuff. Oh, natural language. Okay, natural language processing. So let's just do this first, right? Let's just see how many of these positions there are. I think there's going to be a lot. Where did my LinkedIn go? I got out of it. So to not docs, go back up. Boop a doop a doop a dop a doop a doop a dop. Go over here. All right. And then we are doing United States. If you're doing remote, do not put your state, put the United States. Because otherwise it's going to just do it from your state, and that's going to mess up all the stuff. All right. That's a lot. And then we do experience level. I wouldn't trust that. We're going to do on-site remote. You're looking for remote. 3,000 results. All right. Okay, I'll need to compare my stuff somehow. I'll make a one-pager draft. Like maybe like a highlights, but I haven't been to a career fair in like a decade, so I can't give a ton of experience. Don't trust experience. Yeah, because like, so here's a story. Experience level I do not trust because there was a position that was supposed to be 5 years, like 5 to 8 years. Every single time we posted it, put it back down to entry level, and we could not change it. We spent an hour or two. Eventually, it kind of worked out the algorithm that I was able to do it, but even then, it wasn't like it was. And then instead of it was senior, which it was sort of mid level. They had a weird stuff, but yeah. So sometimes these job boards don't always work out. So All right, so this is too much. There's too many. But this is getting solid. So what you are doing is you work primarily in Python. So we are going to do Python. Which I think is also the primary language for ML machine learning. It's been a while. Python. So let's just see how much this shrinks it. Regression is technically econometric, but oh yeah, it's also true finance. Well, all right, y'all just used a bunch of words. Regression analysis. Oh, okay. Well, you know what? That might work. But right now we have too many positions, right? 3,000 is too broad. Let's see. All right, Python shrunk it by 1,000. So we are looking for senior, because you've been at the game for a bit. We want to make sure you get paid the appropriate amount. Let's say senior. So senior or God, there's 1,000 names. Full stack or brain dying or back. Nope. Let's see. Right, it was full stack or back end, or you don't want to be a lead. So senior fellow developer, that should be good enough for now. How good are you at coding in ML? Looks like they're very good. This is some solid experience. Now that's database architect. We need to shrink this even more. I mean, these are some solid positions, right? Like data scientist could be a name. Senior data scientist. Like right here, this is already getting too many. So we need to make this smaller. You could do PHP as well, but because that's probably the other one. And PHP. Some companies also have space like full stack because recently, well, they add it because they don't know how to write job descriptions, and sometimes they don't have time. That's probably the truth. I have had to fix many. Here we go. This might be enough. This is still 600, which is a lot, but I mean, this seems like stuff you'd want, right? Like Python, CDL, NLP, machine learning. Yeah, I honestly, this Boolean this is probably the one you want. So that's I added basically I just added and PHP and that 8 applicants. That's a good shot. Yeah, it is. I mean, look, these are back end Gigster network. That's a name. Oh yeah, MLL Ops is another one. Again, the higher quality jobs, the higher quality opponents. Yes, that's a good way of thinking of it. Thank you. This is better than what I've been finding. No worries. Yeah, I mean your resume is like, I think it could be better, but like I think again, this is why I'm hesitant to always go immediately to the resume because like if you only find 20 to 40 positions a week or a month, that's probably not going to be enough, and that the resume is not going to be as relevant. So, I mean, we could probably shrink this even further, but I mean, let's see. I don't know enough to, yeah, I think you might want to take out the projects, right? Because this is probably stuff you did in college. That's not as relevant anymore, I'm assuming. Then you could free up some space, but I would say 2 pages could be fine. I mean, don't. It's already pretty good. I think maybe this is a solid one. Led a team of 5 developers to overhaul the application's backend in order to replace OpenLDAP with a database-driven solution, improving system reliability. I would put by what and reducing login errors too. This is probably one of the best IT opening statements I've seen. Project 1 was actually just a few years ago. Oh, okay. New meta just dropped, 30-line resume, give or take. Oh, gosh. So, I mean, this right here, like Og, this is a solid sentence. Og, if you're still here, this is what you want. I hope you're still here for this. But yeah, that is the type of sentence you want. That's a really good opening lead sentence. Right there is led a team of 5 developers to overhaul the application's backend in order to replace the open loss debop with a database-driven solution, improving system reliability and reducing login errors to 0. I mean, you could almost copy that, Og. You would obviously say managed a team or led a team of 5 direct reports. I don't think Buggy needs to emphasize it because I don't think they want to be a lead. Some people are hands-on and they just like to code. El Dahop. IT is crazy. Oh my gosh, IT is crazy. They always have 1,000 acronyms that break my brain. Um, I actually remember probably the worst time my dyslexia affected me is for about a week and a half, I got no applicants on my searches because I switched up like one of the acronym letters. Um, you know what? The fact that you prefer IC roles, so individual contributor, that I don't know if this is going to work or not, but let's see if this works. So I don't want to break it. So let's see, contributor, do 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 or is it? Okay, there we go. And oh no 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 no. Let's see if this works. Side note, IC is non-management position typically. And I don't know when that acronym become manager, fire others, work alone by yourself as a skeleton crew. There was an acronym I had somewhere. It was BSDM. Oh my gosh, yeah, that would be brutal. Sounds like a bonus for the clients. Oh, that's good. Oh, I like that. I will never like all these acronyms are every corporation makes like 13 different acronyms. Let's see how much. So we had 600. Now we have more. What? That's not right. Did that? Well, I must have. I put or. That's why I put or. Should have been this. All right, there we go. All right, so let's see. No jobs had that. I think I actually messed up my scene. Or individual contributor, or IC and PHP and backend and okay, so that didn't work. I wouldn't. But yeah, I think this is solid. So in addition to your deliverables, we also included some PSDM procedures for your convenience. Oh no, the masks and chains are separate. All right, and that is PG-13 enough. So yeah, I would say this again. Whoa, I always lose. Where am I going? All right. I think you need a better lead sentence for this, right? I think this is kind of a mid-lead sentence. Like, I think you could expound upon this a little bit more. So instead of migrating an on-premise application, I'd say migrated a X application to AWS GovCloud that resulted in a system uptime of 99% from the previous. I think this is you can end it at the uptime, but yeah, I think you could. Yeah, I mean, just it's not very. It's a little bit descriptive, but like it reads like it could have been another bullet. Like again, if you can make the first one a brag, or you can make the first one extra stuff in it, that's good. But like, try just be a descriptor of it. So. Oh, yes, I really enjoyed it. I look forward to the next set of deliverables next week. That's amazing. But yeah, like I think this just needs to be a little bit more descriptor. He really called his line mid. That's got to be considered anti-Navy rhetoric. No, Gunther supports troops. I'm just supporting them with honesty. So I have actually there are a lot of job boards and placements and actually even within organizations, specifically people who help other veterans find employment. So I know it was a while ago, and like you don't want to age yourself, but like I don't know, it's okay. I think you probably do want to put that you were in the service at some point, like in your resume. In addition, I know there's a bunch of other services like that can help the people that were veterans. I haven't used them personally. I just sort of interacted with them vaguely, but like veteran job boards for IT, and I know there's always a chance that someone also was in the military and they like it. We don't want Gunther demonetized before he gets monetized. Yes, that is ideally not. I do not want to be demonetized, but you know, PG-13. That is the goal. We are keeping this PG-13 because also, you know, I want all y'all to be hired, and if someone looks through these streams, then I don't want them to get fired because of this chat. That would be one of the worst outcomes, I think. So, I I didn't know those existed. Actually, oh, okay. Then also, so here's the thing. Um, Indeed has booleans. I'm not able to really get it to work. I don't know what I'm missing with it. I would use Indeed as well, but I would go like, look, there are veteran like, let's see. So IT, you know what? Let's just do machine learning veteran job boards. Not. Well, this is for disabled, but which I'm not going to ask whether or not you have that. But like, look, there's recruit military, there's military hire. Uh, there's a bunch of stuff for veterans to do. I've only sort of seen them come in, but I do know that I've interacted with people like they are a veteran. You do extra stuff, and I'm like, you're a veteran in the Navy. Name every Navy ever. Yeah, like end up sanctuary owner. Yeah, like aviation maintenance director. Let's see. I mean, these are a lot actually. Can we do country? Let's just do United States. Let's see. Where's IT systems, IT software? Let's do IT, Ruby on Rails, system engineer. I mean, I haven't like, let's see if there's any NLP. Um, Here we go. Uh, this is a lot, actually. This is a lot more than I thought. Uh, yeah. So, I mean, I've never used this site. I just know that there are, I mean, maybe this is pay to play, which I hope not. So I haven't used it, but I do know that if you apply through like, I have definitely gotten contact by other people in the company that said, "Hey, we had two veterans apply. Uh, you know, make sure they go to the next stage, or alternatively, make sure they get seen ASAP." So I think you should use that. There are other sites as well. I mean, you could just look like uh, IT veteran jobs, right? Like there's careers for veterans. Well, that's the number one job site for veterans. Military hire. Dice has IT jobs. Calvet, military veteran job. Yeah, so like you have some options. No worries. I mean, I think your resume is okay. Again, I think the first part needs to be a little stronger. Um, Actually, you are applying to NLP type positions. Uh, and I do want to make sure you get that, but like I don't see any machine learning here. I want to make sure I see machine learning. Now, machine learning is broad, right? Sometimes people don't even consider like AI machine learning. I've gotten to that arguments before. So make sure you say like machine learning or whatever it is if it's a transferable one, because I know I don't know enough about that to know which ones, but I know there's a lot of different ones. So awesome. Like yeah, I mean your resume is like mainly good. I think we need a better lead sentence for this one. And as you are trying to avoid lead positions, I would just put more like more the duties you did. And if they ask you, like, well, why are you not want to be a lead? You can just say, look, I prefer to be hands on. I don't mind mentoring some people, but I don't particularly want to be the lead. I don't want to manage people. You want to stay in IC. You could even say I want to stay an individual contributor. I don't have any specific ML experience yet. Taking an Udemy course. Okay, got it. And then that's fine. I mean, like, look, this is the Boolean I gave was relatively machine learning based. So maybe we want to do instead knock out the machine learning and just do Python stuff, right? But that can at least help. So I love software architecture and tech leadership, but the managing people part, yeah, and that's fine. You could even say like, look, I'm looking for an individual contributor position, like, because they're gonna ask, they're like, oh, you're a lead. Why are you applying for this? You're like, I don't want to manage people. I prefer being an individual contributor. So since I'm going to give you another boolean because again you are going to be applying for machine learning stuff and you have adjacent, so keep that in your back burner, but you may not get results from the machine learning because you haven't directly done the machine learning. So instead what we can do is something closer to this, so senior or let's see, what are we going to do? All right, let's see, PHP, and how am I going to do this? Well, we're just going to keep this. back end, and then we're gonna do and we're gonna do, let's see, engineer or what was it? It said architect. Yeah, architect was one. Yeah, I'm not holding my breath for the ML stuff. The data engineers. Oh, data. That's a good one. Or have to so data engineer. So otherwise, it's gonna break it. Let's see, or developer or architect. Let's see what this gives us, and then let's see. 1,000. There we go. Low code and no code. What does that even mean? Senior fact, Java developer. Java is not really what you're looking for. Your Python. Python. Yeah. So, yeah, the ones with like 2-3 years required. Yeah, I would go between these. Like, you may get lucky and get into a machine learning one because you're sort of learning it. But like a Python and PHP and architecture and you have AWS. What am I doing? Right? Yeah, AWS. What? How did I? I didn't even do that. Like, if you have AWS, you put that in. That was Gunther should have put this in the beginning. And there we go. Well, Java's gonna be that. So, lot from Sony. My goodness, Sony. But here we go. These are ones you want to do. Boop. Try this. Wait, did something spelled wrong? Did I spell something wrong? Yeah, so this is probably a better search. Make sure to put United States, not your state you're in, then the past week in remote. Have you tried out Acuna? Yeah, inept year over year is crazy. You might have a shot there. If entry level, then you were fighting with graduate students, and those are giga crowded. Yeah. This most recent one I did is probably better for more relevant ones. Because you are, look, senior, global, observational, senior backend. This is probably a better Boolean. So that more recent one, I would copy this. That's probably a much better Boolean because this gives 497 in the last week, although apparently 100 of those are Sony, but the rest of these are going to be different. So, and let's see, we have back end. How do they say back end? Maybe there's more, but that should be a good. All right. Well, lead software engineer with Shell. What are they doing in here? Kafka, computer data science. Yeah, this is pretty similar. Yeah. What? Angular? Okay, that's interesting. Is this a front end? This is a full stack. Weird. All right. All right. So, you know what? I'm snoozing the ads for another 10 minutes. And then I'll probably end it a little bit early. But does anybody have any other questions for me? Because I think this is helpful to everybody. I'm going to push the stream out, which I guess is actually pretty good because it got all laggy right before, right after I helped Og. But I'll put that in. No worries. Again, anybody else needs any help, I'm free to help. I'll stay around for another couple of minutes if y'all need me, but otherwise I think it's probably safe to end the stream a little early, and I'm going to call my internet provider or maybe just reset my modem before every stream. That seems something I could probably do. But, yeah, they so my interview provider specifically said, let's see, I had to, and you know, y'all are way more IT than me. So I need to contact the company's IT department and have them increase or decrease the MTU size. And I don't know what the MTU. Now I just need to apply to 75 a week. Cool. You know, it's really funny, Inept. I remember your resume, and I think, weirdly enough, you would probably be very good in recruiting, but like business recruiting. So like I don't know the jobs on it yet because that's not part of the field I've typically done. I've gotten business before, but it's not usually my favorite thing to do. But like, you know, getting clients for recruiters, because I'm just going to spend this time to tell this now because I think inept. I don't know if there's a time you, but I do know a connection that weirdly enough might actually need your help, maybe in a couple of months or more. But which I will let you know if if that works. But so like recruiting is paid by the client, right? So uh, like this, right? So this is the business. The business has cash, right? This is the Gunther. That's a terrible Gunther. The Gunther has candidates. So here's a little candidate. Here's a little candidate. Here's a little candidate. I don't know why they look like viruses, but whatever. That person. Here's a candidate, and there's a candidate. Uh, let's see. Two-legged Gunther. Yeah. So businesses have open positions, right? And it doesn't matter how quality your candidates are. You don't get to put them over here unless you have a contract with the business. Now, that contract could be through multiple sites. It could be through whatever it is, but you don't get to put these people in the business without, a company. And in recruiting, there are in the economy, right? So we're doing this all economic graph. When you're up top, the recruiters that have the candidates have the power, right? Every company is going to beat down those recruiters' doors to get those candidates in a very good market for candidates. But right now we're here, and right now the recruiters that have the connections with the companies, they're the ones that are going to make the money because there's a lot of candidates and not a lot of positions. So if you're a recruiter and you got a company that's willing to pay you, that's big bucks. And most of the recruiters typically focus on this part. If you were a recruiter that focused on getting companies, you would be the star in this type of economy. And if I remember right, I think they would have like you had crazy good sales experience, and that's kind of what it is. Like I cold called companies when I was a new recruiter, and I got multiple positions open. I was too new with the industry to know what to do with it, but I was able to get that business. And there are very few recruiters that have the ability to and want to get the business for recruiting companies. So, and I'm just making sure I'm talking to the right. Yep. Yeah. So weirdly enough, I don't know how you would get it in, but like I think you would be very good and suited for business to business getting clients for recruiters. And I think that's kind of cool. So, but yeah, sorry, that was just a rant. No, I'm not going to do a second channel for gaming. I get too zoned in of if I just play video games, I literally just stare straight ahead and I don't speak. And I'm not good enough, and I think I am entertaining, but I don't really want to enter that kind of crowded market because I don't think I'm good enough at gaming to be popular enough to make it kind of. I don't think that's my niche. I think this is my niche, world's first recruiting VTuber. So again, like let's redo these. So like, what is it called? Recruiting business development. Okay, so I think, yeah, this is it. It's called business development and recruiting, or just business development. Truthfully, so like you just get the people that the salespeople sell to. So like business development, recruiting. It's recruitment. Let's see. Yeah, account executive, business development specialist. Yeah, these are the names. Like this, they might love that. Now you don't have much business because you've been selling to clients. But thank you, Omni. I appreciate that. But like, this might be something you might like. Now, let's see. I'm trying to find specifically recruiting, but maybe staffing. This is too close to home for me to think of a Boolean, and I'm a little tired. But I apply for this one. Let's see. Working knowledge of federal contract. Yeah, I think business development is something you would probably be into, inept. just as a career, because this is like business development senior associate. That's a weird way to describe that. Um, yeah, yeah, this is solid. I mean, we need to tweak the resume a little bit. Like, um, this is something you can do now. It's gonna determine your area, which I don't remember where. I don't know if I still have that saved. But yeah, that might be something you wanna try out. Yeah, like the thing is, like, you can sell to people, but like you can also sell to companies. You definitely do want to do B2B. I think definitely just B2B. Like, boom, there, here we go. Like, you just type B2B sales, and then you were in Arizona, I think it was. I haven't deleted all the stuff from last week yet. So, like, business to business sales representative. So, yeah, like, you would qualify for this. If one of us ever applies for a position at your company, would you give us a call for an interview? I mean, yeah, if you fit, I try to be like, again, I don't think people would probably apply, and I don't think my advice would help as much because it's sort of entry level. And what mostly I do is more contract conversions at this point. Um, so, but I mean, you could very well. I mean, there are definitely people that could have interviewed with me. I have done phone screens before, but I was sort of at the point where I was having people phone screen, and I was like, I was managing the people managing the phone screens, right? Like, they had their phone screens at 45 minutes, and I knocked it down to 15 and got more important information, because that's brutal for both the people doing the phone screens and the actual candidates. It was primarily people out of state. So, like, I was managing a few people from the Philippines, and also, some in the States as well. It wasn't like a ton. They were indirect reports, but I definitely did pick up the phone myself when needed. But I don't do that much at my current role because there's not really a need for it as much. I barely talk to the candidates as much as this role, and I think that's also kind of why I wanted to do this. Is I don't get to really interact with the people as much in my current role, and I want to, you know, I want to, I want to help. I want to give back to the people again because I want to go like talk to them. So I don't get to do it much in my current role, but it's a solid role, and I don't want to leave it. So this is a good in between. As bad as this may sound, the good candidates from the start. No, actually, I don't think you do. Having been in this enough, you can usually tell when someone's going to massively screw up. But I think there is an issue of people having years of experience with recruiting, and they kind of get so stuck on a way. But you kind of have to you want to give as many people a chance as you can, right? Like, if the position says you need a doctorate, right? Like, this is a medical doctorate license, you don't have that license, then no, you don't get that chance because that's a hard coded requirement. But when recruiters start acting like gatekeepers, uh, that's when problems start in recruiting. Ideally, you want to screen out candidates, yes, but there are ways to do it while still screening candidates in, which is what I've developed, and it's different. But like, you don't want to act as a gatekeeper. You lose good candidates because there are definitely people that have like definitely been like, I don't understand why they applied. I don't know why they get it, and they ace the interview and get the job. And that's part of the point is it's not a recruiter's job to determine if someone gets hired. We just facilitate the process, even in agency. So everyone gets a chance, except there's like it's, you know what, there's an ad in 2 minutes, so I'm going to end it before you guys have to deal with that. But real quick, I'm Gunther, the Headless Headhunter. I help people get jobs every Tuesday, Thursday from 5 to 7. But you, there are definitely mandatory requirements on stuff, but if you act as a gatekeeper, you lose good candidates. Because sometimes those people, their only skill is they don't know how to apply for a job. So I'm going to keep talking until the ad, and then I'm going to tell y'all bye so you don't have to see it. But yeah, and it's not like you can sort of gatekeep, I think, if you get 150 applicants and they're all sort of good, but like usually it's first come, first serve. So you don't really, when you start gatekeeping in recruiting, you start having bad recruiting. Obviously, there's exceptions because the one rule in recruiting is there is no overarching rule for everything. But Yeah, well then you know what? We can go over some interview techniques maybe next time, Omni, if you remind me. But yeah, like you don't want to act as a gatekeeper. You want to make it as open for everybody, not just for DE and I recruiting, which is diversity, equity, and brain inclusion recruiting, but like it's just good recruiting is to get as many people as you can through the process. Now, if the manager schedule cannot allow it, that's fine, but that's a first come first serve thing. So it's when you start going in to be like, oh, I know this industry, but like we don't. Recruiters don't know the industry. I know IT, right? I can talk about it, but like I couldn't code a single thing, and I am not qualified to determine if somebody is going to do that job well based on that. I mean, I know sort of the general tools and stuff, but like I don't know what good code is versus bad code if I saw it in front of me. I can know how they describe it, but if they put a code in front of me, I wouldn't really be able to tell which is which. So, and I've taught other recruiters how to successfully IT. So, I don't believe in gatekeeping as recruiting. It's not good recruiting. Um, all right, I'm the headless headhunter. The corporate abyss is pulling me back. Uh, and I will see y'all on Thursday. Goodbye, my little booleans.